G'day everybody, welcome back to Fan
Girthy.
Fiction. Woo! Yeah, our daily play-by-post role-playing experience that we do here on the channel. If you'd like to join in, head on over to discord.gg/Henley, Henley, and see the subsection called Fan Fiction where you can join in, make a character, all that sort of shit. Damn, the Girthy is coming in today. Thank you very much for all the hosts. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. And I believe there are 4 people doing things today, so not a whole lot, but you know, it is what it is. Man, check out all the girth. All right, so let's do it. So let's open this, let's open that. So the people who are going today is
Girthy.
Which, wow. Toxic Bubbles, damn. Everyone's hosting me today. Let's see. Olga. Okay. 12. Who's next? Blind Watchman. Tyler Blackmar. Got it. 10. Dr. Cirrus. Yeah. Well, you know, the thing about this sort of game is I personally think it would be if there's like 4 people playing, right? You're better off like just having a normal game. Let's see, heavy. What up, Blind? How you doing? Samuel Davis. That's it. All right. Keep your streak of being last. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Samuel Davis. 22. Wow. You've got 22 experience points. What are you holding out for? Another attribute or something like that? Woke up a bit ago. Nice. Me too. Not really. I've been up for a while. So let's see who goes first. No booster today. So this is Olga. She has 2 yellow, 1 green. That'll be hard to beat. That will be hard to beat. All right. So Tyler. 1 yellow, 1 green. Newly minted. Cool. Yeah, I think you'll still be lost. All right. Zachary Black Hole. 2 yellow. Yeah. That's probably going to be second. 1 yellow, 2 green. Yep. You were in last place, Tyler. Even though you upgraded your cool. I don't know, man. The dice don't like you. Something like that. All right. So, let's go ahead and do this. So, I'm not going to be throwing out GM turns until we get more people in into Bayland, mostly because I have a plan for what this game's going to do, but we kind of need everyone to sort of get past this sort of introduction stuff. Like, this whole, like, so the timing is weird in this one, right? Because if this was an actual role-playing game, like, a lot of this sort of, like, oh shit, we're separated mechanics, let's get the group together, would be like 1 or 2 episodes, right? It'd be like 8 hours. But because this is spread out and you guys get 1 action and it encompasses like X amount of time, you know, it is what it is, you know. All right, so Olga. Tyler takes all her findings into his car. It smells like alcohol here. The black-haired man starts the engine and the car drives off. Shoulder is aching. The pain is like a swinging pendulum. I guess it comes and goes. The girl falls into a dull state of nirvana, and then she's clearly aware of everything. Clearly aware of everything happening around. Okay. Nirvana, awareness, and again, like going up a spiral staircase. Can we find a willow? Olga asks. No problem. What? A willow? What? 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 A willow. Okay. No problem, says Tyler, apparently. Willow is a natural aspirin. Okay, sure. If they took the food, the medicine would be even harder to find. But they are willing to blindly take everything. I'm a little confused, but anyway. It's dark, the girl's tired, and such powerlessness, was only 2 times in her life. She wants to read the letters from Fran's house, but realizes that without the light idea is impossible. Without light, the idea is impossible to realize. Need to find the light. What about and did it ever been in my life? Oh man. I'm sorry. This one's a little hard to get through. Only Danko could bring light to this place, his flaming heart. Oh, she's hallucinating. Okay. Eyes stick together from fatigue. Olga falls asleep. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I'll let you sleep here. What's your stamina? Oh, yeah, your strain's at 10. Cool. Well, I guess since you're sleeping, we'll and you're in Tyler's car, right? So like I'm cool with that happening. Yeah, whenever Lavender starts going on with like her hallucinations and dreams and shit, I always get like so fucking confused. I always get so fucking confused. It's crazy. Okay, so Zachary Blackhole is next. Dr. Cirrus. During a brief stint in New York, Zach once met a man claiming to be a Vietnam mercenary. Interesting. He was the hired master for a quick black bag job. He told all sorts of tales, but the one that got Zach's attention was that he owned a rare Confederate $50. What? Okay. He also claimed he once killed a man with a coin. So anything he said was taken with a grain of salt. Zach quietly snuck into the gas station and removed the handful of loose change from the car. Removing his knife, Zach cut off the top of 2 plastic bottles and filled them both with the coins and loose bits of metal. Detritus. And then it was an old trick he learned in Harlem of all places. Zach placed the first bottle behind the first door so that an observant eye could knock it over, spilling its contents all over the floor. Ah, it's a noisemaker. The racket would alert anyone inside of cops or intruders or pesky patrol officers. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, you could just put really anything there, I guess. Any sort, like you could put a can there and it would do the same thing, really. Or the other one, my favorite one was you balance a light globe on the handle on the inside of the door so that when they open the door or the handle, the light globe falls off and smashes. That's a good one too. I like that one. He crouch walked, stayed under the line of sight of the shelves, and he reached the female bathroom. You pervert. Most looters tended to be male, so just in case he wanted to be in the last place they might look. Zach flipped a penny in the air and placed it inside the last bottle. I guess that does make a lot of noise, really, if you think about it, because it bounces around and shit. That one going behind the restroom door. The medic bag flopped on the floor. He placed a small... the place smelled like a sewer, preparing to overflow, and sour-smelling garbage. But it was as safe as he could manage right now. The night was long and dark. Well, I mean, it's not really nighttime. It's technically daytime right now, but it's getting towards nighttime, I guess. Can man?
Girthy.
Okay, all with the girth. Yeah. The night was long and dark, and the storm's problems wouldn't end quickly. He needed some rest, and he needed to loot this place. Meet up with Charles Fentis, his old contacts in Bayland, establish some sort of power base, visit the supposed storm think tank in town, and test his storm theory. Maybe he could start a brothel. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. And start a Bolshevik revolution if he cleared a few hours. God damn, dude. Sighing, he leaned his head against the wall, gun in hand, and if he heard the slightest spill of coins, a little shut-eye wouldn't hurt anyone. Zach will take some time to rest his weary head. Alright, so we got 2 sleepers. Oh yeah, you needed it. For sure. I like your method of securing a place, and that's fucking smart. Alright, Samuel the motherfucker Davis. Sammy slowly crept back into consciousness. Ugh. He sat up on the mattress and took in the situation. Time to leave, I guess. As Sammy gathered his belongings, he could feel anxiety welling up inside of him. It was an uneasy action, but leaving was something that needed to happen. Before he left his apartment, for what could be the last time, he scrolled on the wall. Zion or bust. Is that a Matrix reference? I don't know what that is. I think it's a Matrix reference. Sammy headed northeast throughout the city. There was one place he needed to stop before skipping town. The Hub. The Hub was a prolific place where porno was sold. No, it wasn't. The Hub was a prolific club in the ever-burgeoning punk scene. The building itself once belonged to a New Age community church known as the Church of Humanity Upholding Beliefs. Jesus. The Hub. I get it. Good one. An organization that believed in shaping the culture of America was a sign of the end times. Its leader, Jim Harris. I miss Jim. I should play more games with him. Yeah, which is what, which is why they called Zion was the last humanity's ditch in the Matrix. So I figured that he would be referencing Matrix rather than the actual Zion, but that's okay. Its leader, Jim Harris, held the idea that America was best when it was more traditional and God-fearing, and hated the devil's music with a furious passion. The building became vacant when Harris relocated his flock to a compound in the southern part of Rockwell County in the late 70s. Some years later, a plucky upstart bought the building and transformed it into a musical mecca that it would become. After making its way through the city, Sammy stood before the Hub. It was a large warehouse with an overturned cross on the top, forming an X. That's pretty cool. A neon sign still illuminated and displayed the name The Hub. He stood in its glow, taking in it as he's done hundreds of times before. The last time I was here, I was thrown out. Sammy approaches the front window. Let's break in, shall we? I'd like to break into the Hub. Breaking into things really wasn't my specialty, and I should have bought skullduggery by now. I mean... you have a lot of XP. Are you saying you want to buy it? I mean, the weekend is when you buy things, my man. But, I mean, I guess I can... Theoretically, I could loosen the restraints on, like, when people purchase things. Because if you just have the experience points, you can just purchase things. I mean, that wouldn't be so bad. Well, I mean... Okay, so you want to use skullduggery to break in. I mean, it's just gonna be 2 purple. I don't know, like, in a riot situation, right? I'm pretty sure a nightclub is. I mean, nightclubs have money. I mean, breaking into the nightclub isn't the hard problem. I don't know what you're intending to find in there, right? Like, if you're intending to rob the place of money, that's one thing, because they would have safes and, like, lock vaults and stuff like that. But if you just want to break in to steal alcohol, I mean, you could probably do that very easily. So I'm going to assume that you're going to break in and take alcohol, or maybe, like, because, you know, there would be like a staff section, which for the most part would be harder to break in than, say, just throwing a rock through a window and climbing in. So I'm going to assume that you're just going to be, you know, rocking a window and walking in or something, or like elbowing out a piece of glass and putting your hand around and turning a thing. So we'll make it 2 purple, because I assume, good sir, that you're going in for alcohol or something. If you are going to go deeper into its recess, I am going to require you to make another one, a much harder one, to get at what you want. Okay, I'm just going to point that out to you right now. So let's go ahead and roll a 2 purple. And you know what? Fuck it, man. I will give you a blue because you elaborated beautifully on this place, and you did a fantastic job on that. So. There's something that keeps flashing up in the top left-hand corner. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I'm going to give you a blue for that, because you elaborated beautifully, and I love it. So 2 green, 1 blue versus 2 purple. Let's see what happens. Resounding success. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, I like the idea that it's a fucking church, right? So they got these big, stupid doors, but they've also got, like, you know, these, like, what do they call it? Stained glass windows. So you just, you know, lob a brick through one of those. There's enough looting and shit going on. There's enough, like, just crap happening in the city, that I assume that's, you know, no one's gonna fucking blink an eye at someone breaking into a fucking nightclub. So good job. You're inside the hall. It's basically, like, as you said, it's a reformed church. So I imagine that they have sorry, I just got a pop-up in my bottom window here. Okay, that's weird. Anyway. Yeah, so it's a reformed church. It'd be fairly big, I imagine. There'd be like a, you know, the service area where they do like the congregation stuff, which would be the main dance floor, I guess, at this point. And they probably, like, expanded it as well. Like they probably, like, made, like, a big section, and they have, like, the higher up area above it, like the sitting room where it's like the VIP section. And they have like where the pastor used to do his service would be, or where the father used to do his service would be, like DJ tables and shit. And then they got like the back room, right, which is where, you know, the office stuff happens. And then they've got I guess like a cellar. I forget what they call the cellar in a church. What are they? Actually, I'm gonna look this up because that's annoying me. Is it just called a fucking cellar? I think it's just called a fucking cellar. A crypt, maybe. Yeah, no. Yeah, so it's a crypt. Yeah, a crypt. And that's where they keep all the like inventory, I guess, of like all the alcohol and all that sort of stuff. But if you're looking for money and shit, that's like in the living quarter area. If you're looking for alcohol or an excessive amount of it, it'd be in the crypt section, which is like underneath. Like, I guess the bar would be back there as well somewhere. I don't know. So it'd be like a trap door or something, or downstairs. There'd be like 2 alcoves, actually, left and right. Yeah. And the S&M stuff's in the basement as well. Probably. You know, what better affront to God than, you know, doing S&M in a fucking crypt? You know? Why not? Alright, so that sorts out you. We're going to give you some strain for that, good sir. Oh, that's your first strain that you've taken in a while. Oh, cool. Actually, no. The last time you slept. Yeah, no, it's fine. Alright, last but not least, we have Mr. Tyler Blackmar. Let's see. Tyler, being alert as ever, notices Olga grimace and then fall asleep. She says something about a fucking tree and some other crazy ass shit. I threw out the car and killed her. Oh, wow, Tyler. That's insane. I didn't realize you'd do that. No, he didn't do that. She fell asleep, unsurprising with the trauma she went through. First stop, a willow, then me. What? Okay, you're going to have to explain this to me. What the fuck is this willow stuff? Does she actually want to go to a tree? Because this isn't a fucking fairy tale land. Like, there's just fucking pine trees and shit everywhere, man. And farm, you know, like, I'm a little confused as to what you actually want to do here. Okay. First stop, a willow. First stop, a willow. Then me. What? Okay, Paul and Victor and her. Okay, there's like some weird like grammar, comma things in there that need to be happening. First stop, a willow. And then me, Paul and Victor and her will need to decide where to go. I'm going to play devil's advocate and vote for going to Balin because we need to find more people in times like this. And isn't it enough to watch everyone's back? Okay, yeah. I'd like to find a willow if I can. How to use perception if necessary. And then pull over to discuss the options with the group. Okay. For the sake of whatever Olga's trying to do. Yeah. It's like, it's not a... Hang on, let me look this up. Because I could be wrong. Yeah. Huh? That one might be a little hard to find. Because it's mostly like fucking, like South America, you know, like, and this is a northern hemisphere thing and it needs like cold temperatures and shit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that it's a pain reliever and shit, and it's very thematic. But like again, it's like it's just so far removed from my like internal map of this place, you know, like this is all like pine trees and forest and shit, you know, like but you know, there's no harm in looking, right? And to a degree, this game is kind of like if you succeed at a thing, it kind of just is there in a way. So I think what we'll do is we'll set the difficulty based on the fact that I don't believe that you'll find it. And if you do manage to find it, then you find it, right? Like, that's how we'll do it. Because I can't really think of anything. So what we'll do is I'll make it 3 purple, and I'll put a black in there. Because this is kind of like finding a needle in a haystack. I will give you... Oh, I was going to give you a blue for Olga helping, but she's asleep, so that doesn't really work. Okay, so yeah, 1 black, 3 purple. And if you succeed, then you find it, right? And if you don't succeed, then it just, reinforces what I believe, that it wouldn't be in this area. So yeah, 2 yellow. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, okay. That's about what I expected. We did get 2 successes, except there was 3 failures on the other side. So yeah, you're driving along the road, and you know what? You know what it is? You're driving along the road and you're like, Willow, huh? I know that. I know where a Willow is. And you drive basically up to a diner called the Willow. Yeah, you drive up to a diner called the Willow. And it's for the most part abandoned, looted already. But it also has like a pumping station. So it's one of those like on the side of the road in between towns sort of diner. And has its own service station in it as well if you wanted to, get more petrol and shit like that. But yeah, it's called the Willow. And this is where you thought she wanted to go. God. I kill myself sometimes. Anyway, so strain. I'm gonna give you 2 due to the failure, due to the threat. I mean, you got a failure. We'll add an extra 1 for the threat, and for you doing that one. And yeah, so you basically drive the congression of cars that you have to this diner parking lot where you all pull up. Olga is still asleep. So I'm going to say that you're sort of right on the outskirts of this town now. And you could venture in next act if you wanted to. Very easily. You already know how I'm going to cover it up. Yeah, nice. So yeah, that's pretty much everyone's act for the day. So starting after the next act, when you guys do your introductions and stuff like that, I will be able to introduce actual characters that you guys can interact with and stuff like that. I think the only person who hasn't made it there is so who's in the congression? It's Paul Abernathy, Tyler, Zac Efron. No. What's his fucking name? I was gonna say Zachary, but no, it's Ronald Colin. Yeah, Victor. Yeah, Victor, and I guess Olga now as well. You guys are gonna decide what you're gonna do. And yeah, after you guys get into the town, we can actually start doing the actual role-playing part of this game. So that'll be fun. Anyways, guys, we're going to jump over to Rainbow Six Siege for a time. And yeah, we'll see you in a smidge smudge.
Oh, yeah.